What is going on, everybody? How are you guys doing today? What is today? Tuesday, September 29th. Man, I am your boy Christian Israel, and you are tuned into the New Creation Capital Podcast. This is a place where we discuss what happens in the world today, the stock market, and yes, digital assets. This is the one-stop shop where you get everything you need in your day for your Christ and crypto. Because as I love to say, you guys know it, Jesus makes you a new you by giving you a new future, because in him you are a new creation, guys. Welcome to episode 169. I cannot believe it. I am almost at 200 episodes. Wow. This year has flown by. Today's episode, we're going to talk about, will we double bottom in these charts? Well, it's a possibility, so let's take a look at it. We're going to dive into Chainlink, Bitcoin, XRP, and probably a little bit of Ethereum as well. You know, we got to look at the dollar index to do that, because for me, that is the number one indicator to see if the things that we have been talking about over the last week, well, since last week, if these things are coming to fruition. We have to take a close watch on the dollar index, because to me, that is the key. Now, if this is your first time to the channel, as always, please like and subscribe. Hit the little bell button, the little notification bell, so you can get notifications when I go live, which I don't go live as often anymore. Been crazy busy with the company. A lot of new clients are coming on, and I've been really digging into these charts and really getting that TA. But I go live. I'll probably go live again, probably October 14th, 15th, maybe you're on the XRP swell. I'll probably go live. But if you just want notifications when I upload a video, that's the best place to do it. You'll get notified, and you can watch the TA, which I'll do around this time every single day after the regular markets close, right before the end of the crypto day. Also, if you guys want to support the channel, I wrote a book, which I've talked about now for 2 weeks, Learning to Love in the Wilderness. I'm getting some great feedback from people. They're making me not feel so, what is that word I'm looking for? Insecure about my book. The book is not, it is about Jesus and my walk to him, but it's also about a lot of the crap that's been in my life, a lot of the crap I've had to deal with, and then I had to go through this forgiveness phase of others and forgiveness of myself for the way I had lived my life prior to coming to Christ. So if you guys just want to feel better about yourself, you can read that book and look how far I've come. If you are in a hole, to see how far you can come, or if you just want to see how Jesus works in someone's life, or just someone in general's life who just got better by making better decisions, this book is for you. Of course, you want to support the channel, it's also for you. There is a link in the description. I was also told you can find it on Amazon. What is it? Roku? I think somebody told me. John H. in our Telegram group told me he bought it, the digital copy on Roku today. So I think it's $4.99 for digital, $14.99 for a softback book for, in your hands, old school style. So there's a link in the description, or you can just Google Learning to Love in the Wilderness. That's the name of the book. Christian Israel is the author. And okay, that is enough of that. I know you guys are tired of hearing me speak about that, but hey, I haven't got it into the bookstores yet. My next stop is to call and get the book into the bookstores. So in the meantime, all you guys that are buying it, I appreciate and thank you for your help. So we are in episode 198 today. And look, so far so good how this is playing out. For those who don't know, quick refresh. This is the DXY here. And this in the purple was the bull run of 2016 to 2017. The dollar went down. This is the bear market for crypto, where the dollar went up. And then we had that quick growth in the crypto market, which is this. I should really mark that, because that happened so quickly. This little area right here happened so quickly. And I'm just going to go up and down with that. And we're going to give that a nice little color. Let's give that a red on the inside. Okay, because that happened so quick. It was a flash, because then that was March 12th flash crash, where the crypto and the stock market shot up, almost double topping the index of 103.10. And ever since then, it has been grinding down. And now, guys, we are down here. And let me zoom in for you. We are officially down here. Oh, zoom in. There we go. Down here in this area. And as I said, I've been waiting for this to roll over on itself. It looks like the RSI is coming down. The MACD as well on the daily is beginning to turn and roll over on itself. So is the Stochi. It is beginning to roll down on itself. So far, so good on the DXY, guys. Just for those who can't see, I'm going to zoom a little closer for you, okay? You can see here on the weekly pivots, we have broken down. So the next stop for the DXY for support is 93.29. That could give us just a little bit of a bump in the crypto market. Now, could it come back up and back test this pivot? Resistance support, we know that it works the same way. And this is where I think, excuse me, guys. This is where I think we might have that double bottom situation when we look just a little bit closer at the DXY. Okay, we saw it top out here, and this was all, this rise here was all of September, and now we're coming to the end of September. You see it bounced off support here on the S2. I think we're going to make and move our way back up to 94.02. Possible, if not 93.94, but 94.02, causing the crypto market, excuse me, I need to get some water. Ooh, I was just eating chicken. I went. Oh, that's good. I went on a run today. It's starting to get chilly out. But I actually went on a run today. Not just a jog, not just a walk, but I was sprinting like 4.5 miles was the total distance. I probably sprinted 3 miles of that with walks in between. I'm getting my wind is getting under me. My legs are getting under me. I'm definitely feeling it. But at the same time, you suck in the colder air that is beginning to happen. It's no longer 105 degrees outside, guys. So anyway, you can see here the DXY has to bounce off this support and maybe back test and come up. And I think during that time, it's a possibility over maybe right at the end of this week, towards the beginning of the month, or it could be over the weekend. I don't know. It's just a possibility that this may come up here and double tap 94 before continuing down. As you see here, this is not a trend line. That line is not a trend line, guys. That is actually my ABC corrective wave, where I believe that we are eventually come back down to 78 DXY. Now, this could be all the way by this time next year, when I think we will be at mega all-time highs. I think a lot of coins by this time will 100x that I am in. I believe Bitcoin might be around $85,000 to $150,000. I think XRP will be in the double-digit range, high double-digit range by this time. And I think Link will be in the triple-digit range, to be honest with you. And Ethereum will be in the 4-digit range by this time next year. And this all is with the DXY going down. Now, if the DXY does not fall, with everything going on and continue to fall, which I believe it will, then everything's invalidated. Nothing I say actually matters here. So if I'm going to jump up and look at, for instance, Bitcoin right now, with that said, we can see Bitcoin is trying to break over the 50 RSI. Stochi is moving its way up. The MACD as well is working its way north. Now, we've already done a 50% retrace, guys, from the move on August 17th down to, what was this? September 5th, when that day that we really knocked out. We actually already did a 50% retrace. With the Fibonacci, for you guys that don't know, a 50% retrace is normally in the cards there. When we are actually also forming this pendant formation, going all the way back to July since that first spike up. And we had a BART formation right here. It could be an ugly head and shoulders, which is also a BART. But for the most part, from, what is this? July 19th to September 5th was the finishing on the daily BART pattern. Then we grinded our way up. You can see here, straight up this way, broke back down, and now we're grinding our way back up here. And I think we could come back up and double top 1111 and then come back down and break up. So, like I said, if it goes to 94, can we come back down and double tap and do a possible fake out to 98? That is possible, okay? Not leaving it out of the cards. I think 98 is still possible if it breaks this pattern. But so far, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 touches on this upper trend line. And so for what I've seen, we have not really broken it, but we are riding this right here on the 0.382 on the Fibonacci. Let me zoom in for you guys so you can see. We are really riding this, and this is the daily close here. So we are really, really riding this section. Let me make sure I get it all the way right here so we can see. Okay, so we're really riding this section here. We tapped exactly the 50% trace, came back down and touched that trend line, and now we're actually in this kind of flag-ish. I mean, you could call that a flag right there to see where we can maybe break up to 11. If not, a complete up to double tap the 12.4, which is a possibility, but we might, depending on the DXY, we could come back down and test 10.4, maybe even the trend line, fake out to 9.8, then go up. Anything is possible, but right now, I do not see us making a lower low. Do I see us breaking below this area here? I do not. See us going lower than 9.8, so filling the gap for me, I don't believe is an option at this point. Honestly, breaking below 10.1, Bitcoin can do anything, but 10.1 might not even be a possibility, to be honest with you. Even when I look at Ethereum, we'll bring up Ethereum real quick. Even when I look at Ethereum, if we do anything, I would say the same thing. 304 is in the cards to come back and double touch, but you can see here, this area right here, you can see here, it's actually a higher low, so we did not break that area, and we continue to grind up. Now, we've already broken that trend line, and we are back testing Ethereum on that right now. So at the same time, though, as you can see here, right, this is my sandbox. This area here is our biggest resistance to break. So if we get a chance, we might come up and ding this 390, then come back down, because this could extend all the way back down to 310 as a possibility. But you can see here the sandbox is building up, 322, 343. So I think we could break up, touch 390, come back down to the same area for a double tap at 344, and then we're off to not all-time highs, because all-time 1400. We're off to the 1.618, which would be 535. I'm talking, guys, I'm not talking in a few months. I'm talking this is our October. I think this is our October. Look out on everything I am telling you right now. Let's go ahead and go over to Link. As I told you guys on Link before, I believe that we were going to double tap and come back down and touch a certain area with Link. Let me find the right chart for you. This is close to it. I have so many charts. Does anybody else have just millions and millions of charts? I feel like I do. I feel like I have so many charts, it's just ridiculous. All right, so I said that I felt like we were going to come back down as a possibility and double touch the pivot point is what I talked about for the past couple weeks past week that we can come back down and touch. We did come back down and touch this. We double tapped right here, 938, and we came right back up to 96. This is when we were in the 10s and 11s. So I seem to be right about that. Is this over? Are we done retracing yet? It all depends on the DXY. Here's why I say that. Because the MACD is rolling over. You see this rollover? So this could come all the way back down, guys, and retest, as I've said before, 850. That is my area. 828 to 850, I think, is a possible double touch for the double bottom. This is why I'm looking at, will we double bottom? Because I believe this is a real possibility here on the double bottom for Link. So that's what I'm looking at, Link. In the meantime, short time, guys, if you are trading on the daily, you're looking at, let me get in a 4-hour here so we can see this a little bit better. You can see here, it's already bounced off the pivot and working its way up, broken over the S1. So the next stop might be 1050 before it double taps and comes back down. On these pivot, guys, definitely on the weekly pivots, the weekly pivot here is 1227. The daily pivot itself is 1050. If you trade off of those alone, you are in a good spot. You can swing trade these all day long. Chainlink is pretty pretty true to its pivots here when you are trading. So that's what I would look into. Okay, so let's move on to XRP, my favorite, your favorite, all of our favorites. This is the weekly. We are showing a doji on the weekly right now, but it's also just started. It is Tuesday, right? We had this great hammer candle here. Love the hammer candle. Working our way up. So we already broke above the tip of that hammer candle. So we already created a new high on the weekly over last week. We came down and touched the 20 weekly moving average, and we're in a good spot there. Here, as I've been showing this to you guys for a while, we are moving right under the 0.786 of that August move down here to that September bottom on this Fibonacci retracement. We're moving along the 786. I think it's just a matter of time, 24.5, until we truly break. Again, the line itself, guys, the line itself is not candle closes. If you want to see the candle, there are candle closes. They're not wicks. So here's your wicks moving there, but when I kind of look at it for the long term, I like just to see the gist of where it's moving. So that is why I look at that on the weekly. We're going to come over here and bring up XRP on this chart. Just so there we go. We can get a better. So we can see this beautiful, beautiful pattern here. We bottomed right there. Now we are sitting right here. Let's zoom in so you can really, really see that on this VPVR. We are actually sitting right where we need to be, which is right here in this sandcastle. I know I call this, anybody who listens to me know I call this the sandbox sandcastles. Our VPVR here, sitting right there. So 23.1 is kind of our next step. If we do rebottom, I don't think we're going to come back down here again and test this. Is it a possibility? Yes. Do I think it might be 23 at the lowest, but we are on our way up. And I think we're going to see a lot more of it. Again, we're just kind of going slowly over, what we are seeing in the charts. And of course, when we look at our pivots, you guys see we are above that daily pivot right here, sitting slowly above it on the 4-hour, with the next step being 24.6, which we were just at the other day. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with what I am seeing in these charts. Nothing about these charts are terrifying me. In fact, I'm still in my longs. As I told you guys, I will be in my longs for a while. And if I zoom out so you guys can see what I have here, we're still in this ascending triangle. We're still moving up this ascending triangle. And on the daily, we're still good, sitting right above the 0.382 on this Fibonacci retracement, which is around 23.9, which we wicked down, but we did not break. And we're in a good place. So overall, guys, I think we are in an amazing place for these charts. I hope that wasn't too fast for you. I just wanted to walk you through what I was seeing to continue to show that we're okay. We are okay. Guys, we're crazy okay. I'm excited about October. I'm excited about it. I got to write up all the clients' letters tomorrow. We're starting to get it going, close out their monthly books, send out what they have coming. And then what we have for October, what we see in October. So let me know what you guys think. How are you feeling? Are you feeling okay? Are you nervous? Are you excited? I'm excited. Even if we do double bottom, that's just a double bottom pattern is crazy bullish. But I don't think we need that to happen for us to continue to move up. I think we're on our way, and I think we're going to be there sooner, guys, than you think. You know what I'm saying? So, guys, that is the end of the crypto section. Make sure you guys write your comments below what you feel. Now we're going to jump into Christ. The Christ section. You know what I'm saying? The Christ section. I love the Christ section. And I'm just going to keep it short and sweet today for you. This is in Hebrew. Actually, this is throughout all of the scriptures, but the scripture today specifically, this is written in Hebrew, but let me actually give you where it truly is. I think it might be. We're going to read. Here we go. I'm going to read it to you. Hebrews chapter 3, verse 12, moving forward. It says this: "Take care, brothers, lest there be any of you an evil, unbelieving heart, leading you to fall away from the living God. But exhort one another every day, as long as it is called today, that none of you may be hardened by the deceitfulness of sin. For we come to share in Christ, if indeed we hold our original confidence firm to the end. As it is said, today if you hear his voice, do not harden your hearts as in the rebellion. Guys, we're seeing a lot of people, specifically in this country, turn their back on God right now. Or people who say there is no God. Or there are people who say, it's been 2,000 years, show me your God. I think it's crazy when people say that, because prophecy actually says in 2,000 years, people will be saying, where is your God? And that will be even closer to the time of his coming. In Hosea, it says, after 2 days, Israel will be restored. On the third day, Jesus will return. Also in the scripture, it says, a day is like 1,000 years 1,000 years is like a day to the Lord, and a day 1,000 years to us. It's been 2,000 years since Jesus was here. And Israel has been restored, and his 1,000-year reign is almost upon us. So don't harden your heart if you hear his voice. That's why I preach Christ to you guys. I know some might disagree with me, guys, but there is only one way to heaven. There's only one way. And I'd hate to see some of you guys in the last days miss that train. Your ego is not worth it, but his salvation and sacrifice is. And that's what I wrote the book about. How put my ego and my pride and my bitterness to the side, and I allowed his love to come into my heart, so I'm able to talk to you guys today. Write in the comments, let me know. I love to see the amens. But this channel is never going to stop talking about Christ, because that's why I'm here. But for now, I'm done with this episode. Let me know what you guys think. Will we double bottom soon? Is it a possibility, or do you think we're going to the moon? This is the end of episode 198. I am your boy, Christian Israel, and you are tuned into the New Creation Capital Podcast. This is a place where we discuss what happens in the world today, the stock market, and yes, digital assets. This is the one-stop shop where you get everything that you need in your day for your Christ and crypto. Because as I love to say, Jesus makes you a new you by giving you a new future, because in him, guys, you are a new creation. Please remember, God loves you. I love you. You are loved. Until next time, guys, peace and love. God bless you all. Later, guys.